Friends already excited.
Wow. Okay, we're starting. Hello, everyone. Wow, Anastasia, you look so amazing. How are you?
Hi, Meir. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. And now that I am with you, I'm doing even better.
Oh, you are such a gentleman. Oh, I love it. And first of all, I want to say thank you for your time for meeting with me because I was telling all my friends about you. I was telling like, oh my God, I'm so lucky to meet and to know this guy and that he's my mentor and he's my coach. And I love to learn from the best. And
Thank
I
you.
and you are the best. Like I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. You're amazing.
Thank you. And I just want to tell my friends that Mayor Ezra, this is like I'm having an interview with him today. And what is amazing your story is that you was unfortunate when you were born. You were born with your legs were facing other way, so you was not even able to walk, and then you was one of the best people in Israeli Marine special unit. How that even happened, how you overcome this physical obstacle that you was able to achieve such a great success in that area.
How? Because the spirit is the boss, and if you don't consider that you serve the body but you use the body, you'll be able to do anything with the body. So most people are actually a slave to their body. They serving the body all day long, from the morning to night. They're serving the body. They tell the body, say, now I'm hungry, so you take the body to eat, and the body says, now this and now that, and this is what I feel. And all day long you get orders from your body. And when that's what happening, you deteriorate in your ability to do. But if you realize that you, the spirit, is the boss, you realize that the body is just a machine that needs to do what you tell it to do, then all of a sudden, even if the body have physical malfunctions, you cause it to do what you want it to do. So
Wow,
that's,
that's
yeah,
amazing. So basically, what you're saying, when person consider herself or himself to be a spiritual and saying, "Oh, I'm listening to my body," so basically, he or she is admitting that person admits that he's slave to the body. So it has nothing to do with the spirituality. Is it right?
exactly. Yeah, you don't listen to the body. You need to get the body to listen to you.
So basically,
Like,
your body it's like a car. What you need to drive. So you actually shift in the gear and put in the gas. So how fast you want to go. Not opposite way when kind of GPS in a car decides where to bring you.
exactly. You tell the car how fast to go, when to stop, when to start, and not the car saying, "Well, I'm tired. I'm going to rest now." No, you tell the car to go, and it goes. And fair enough, you agree to give the car fuel, and you agree to give the body food, and you agree that you maintain the car and you maintain the body. But if you need to push the car, you will push the car, and the car will do what it needs to do, unless if you decide that the car is senior to you.
Wow,
And
that's
that's the
amazing.
whole. And,
Thank you.
and that's, yeah, it's a general viewpoint on life. And you can take this viewpoint, extend away further from your body, because sometimes you'll see people will say, well, that's how I feel. No, you create your feeling. Or people will say, that's too much, too difficult. No, you decide if it's difficult or not. Or people will say, that's too much work. Is no such thing too much work. There's only such thing. I'm too lazy, or I'm considering myself too weak. But there's no such thing as too much work, because you are the boss and you can come up with ideas that will leak any work.
Thank you for your answer. You just answered it like, oh my God. So now I'm thinking, as a beauty expert, I'm thinking, so body, it is your car. So probably everyone prefer driving a Ferrari versus some broken old whatever. So, and that's what beauty comes to it. So it's because it takes discipline to, like, let's say, apply makeup, to do your hair. So it applies a discipline. So it has nothing to do with the spirituality, but it is train your body to kind of look your best. But actually, what do you think? How you, first of all, how you define beauty, and what do you think, is beauty has any correlation to spirituality?
Yeah, you'll see that when you are cause, you will make sure that everything around you is aesthetic and looks beautiful. And when you are an effect, you will not make sure that things around you are beautiful. So you will see that when you are younger, you consider that you are more cause, you have less limitations. So young people look better than old people. And the reason is not because only of the makeup, but because of the viewpoint. You can take a young person that decided that he's an effect, and you can see that although he's only 20 years old, he looks like 100. And no amount of makeup will help him, and no amount of anything will help him. But you can see that sometimes people that are 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, they look amazing because the viewpoint is amazing. So what makes you, the way that you look, is exactly a mirror of your spiritual condition. And what does it mean, your spiritual condition? How much future do you have? How much future do you have? As much as you consider that you have. So the more you consider you have future, the better you will look. You can actually change the face of a person when he get bad news. And because when he get bad news, he actually, what does it mean, bad news? Someone took away from you future. Someone make you more effect, less cause. And you can see that the face of a person lighten up and looks beautiful. When a woman is pregnant, she looks beautiful because she creates future. When you get good news, you look amazing because you have future. You consider that you have future. So your spiritual condition define how you look. And when you're in a good spiritual condition, you will make sure that things around you are maintained and they look good. And in terms of the body, it will be the hair, the makeup, the this, the that. In terms of a car, it will be clean and it will smell nice and it will not have scratches and accidents, etc. So your spiritual condition define how you will look, and your possession, the condition of your possession, will actually tell the story about what's happening with you spiritually. That's why when you see someone that is poor and everything around him is breaking and dirty and unorganized and not rich in the way that they are maintained, you know that his spiritual condition is not good, regardless how much he says that he's spiritual. Yes?
Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much, because it's explained to me so much. Since I'm working with women all day long, I mean, now we are closed at my salon, but for many years, I'm working with the women all day long. And sometimes you can see like drop that gorgeous woman, but she has no mood and she feels so down, that she feels so ugly, that then, she feels miserable, and she makes everyone around her feels miserable, even though let's say genetically, she was born as a considered classic beauty. And sometimes you can see a person who is not that lucky with the genes, but oh my God, that charm, that sex appeal, that's something that you don't see imperfections, you just see that inside glowing, that inside beauty. And that's what I call beauty, because those kind of hair, makeup, clothes, I think it is important, especially in an era when we're living in a visual kind of world, especially now online, like, live streams, Facebook, Instagram. So it's pictures, pictures, pictures. So you want to make sure that you look good, but it's kind of additional to something what is inside, because without that inside kind of boost, nothing gonna cover, that's for sure. And that's amazing. Thank you. And actually now my next question is like, how you, let's say, especially now in quarantine, in all this, what's going on, a lot of people feeling down, and they don't have a reason to actually to do anything. They're just staying in their pajama all day long. So how they can boost their spirituality, or how they can put themselves on that track to open up towards the spiritual world?
The way to recover from a bad condition is to produce, to bring results. When you produce, you will improve spiritually. So you can either be in a good spiritual condition and produce a lot, or you can produce and become in a good spiritual condition. So when you feel bad, the first thing you need to do is to produce. What do I mean to produce? The simplest thing: clean your area, organize your area. Find one thing you need to close and close it. Find some old cycle, something that you started and you didn't close, and it's not important what it is, and you do it. You actually produce. And if you will produce, you will see your feeling will improve. Once you will produce and you will improve your viewpoint from an effect to cause, because when you produce, actually what you do, you prove to yourself that you cause. Now, once you prove to yourself that you cause, you will cause. And what does it mean to cause? It means to decide that the environment is junior to you. You become senior to the environment. Once you become senior to the environment, you will see that you will bring something out of nothing. You will start to come up with ideas, and those ideas, you will be able to materialize them into the physical universe. And the better you are spiritually, the less effort you will need. So you want to know how spiritual you are?
Yeah. Look, I think everyone would like to know how to measure yourself, how spiritual you are, because of course every person thinks I'm the best, what is true, but how to measure where you are actually.
So you want to know how spiritual you are is you look how much effort it takes to bring an expected result. The more spiritual you are, the less effort you need. So when you are really spiritual, God think or decide and it happens. As you deteriorate from God, you will see that you go down to it's fun to do it, and then you go down to it is okay to do it, and then you go down to it is you try to stop it so it will not happen. And you go down and you start to be the effect of what's exists, and you go down and it actually hurts you, and you go down and you don't even feel that it hurts you, and you go down and you're dead. So the level of effort is an indication of how spiritual you are, and you will see the more you produce, the less effort it requires to produce, because when you produce, you become spiritual. And when you become spiritual, you can actually control your emotions and or your feelings. And before that, they control you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Yeah, thank you. Also, I know that you made your first $100 million at the age of 31, and by now you have a business all around the world. I think you run about 24, 26 companies around
Yeah.
the globe. So basically, you're producing a lot, and now you have still have time to chat with me and to chat with other people. So that's really that's the indication what is showing what I understand now what you mean by producing. But
Yeah.
actually, my question is, when you was making, because I know you were born in a poor family, and it was a lot of kids. Like how I think you had what, six siblings?
Yes, that's correct. We were seven altogether.
Yeah. So and now look at you. So that is kind of what they call it, quantum leap. But my question to you is, when you was doing it, and I know you are very spiritual, how those affirmations, visualization, vision board help you? So is it like something where you was using those tools?
I didn't because when you need something to tell you what to do, you basically say that you are nothing and the something is more important than you. So I don't actually use those things because for me, I make a decision, I, I come up with an idea, and I bring it about. Now, how I bring it about is by a simple thing. I know where I want to go, and I put it there, and I make sure that I don't go off line. So you go from point A to point B, and when you are spiritual, point A and point B are basically the same. You say and it happens. The
Wow.
less spiritual you are, the more physical you are. What does it mean, physical? Physical mean a departure from a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Physical is not a straight line. It's not A to B. Physical, you start to go and you go a little bit left and then a little bit right and then a bit more left and a bit more right. And what you get is actually time.
Wow.
And time, any delay is the result of how much importance you give the environment versus you. So the more you give the environment importance, the more the more useless you are. And when you need something to remind you, when you have a vision board, that the vision board need to tell you what it is. When you put something and you say, I need to see this picture, I need to see this picture to tell me what it is, you basically says, look, I'm so useless that I need a picture to handle me. No,
Wow.
you don't need a picture.
I
Yes.
never thought from that point of view. It's making a lot of sense because intuitively I kind of felt that it's useless tool, but a lot of people using it. And when you hear all over again, you kind of start doubting if you know right, or maybe you don't understand something. So how you would know how to listen to yourself? And now I know to listen to your spirit, not to your body, when you're right or when you're wrong.
Yeah. If you're cause, anything that makes you cause is right, and anything that suggests that you're an effect, it's a lie. Because the truth is that you are the boss. You are the god of your own universe. You decide, and so the physical universe react. And when the physical universe decide and you react, you become a puppy. And a
Wow.
puppy is not really able. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. How much time do we have? Because, oh my God, I'm enjoying this so much.
Go for it. Ask as many questions as you want.
Perfect. So now, when you're saying you to be a cause, now I'm thinking, and probably a lot of ladies wondering, okay, how to catch a guy? For example, you like a guy and you decided you are a cause. So you're not gonna come and just grab him and say like, hey, I'm a cause, now you're coming with me. So how to make it work and how to apply that philosophy or that idea into the relationship?
Okay, so in a relationship, basically what you have when you go to create a relationship, you need to close yourself that you are valuable enough for that other person, so you have no doubt that this person will benefit from your presence. You
Wow.
have something to give them. You have something that you don't want that person, but you want to help that person. So
Mm-hmm.
when you want to help, if I see a girl that, let's say I decided I want her, why will I want her? Because I want to help her. Otherwise, what I have is I want a possession. I don't want a girl. I want a body without a spirit. I want a
Okay.
puppy. Yes. But if you really want a relationship, what you want is you want to see a person and you decide for yourself, you close yourself and you decide, I can help that girl so much that I want to be in contact with her. I want to establish communication with her because I can help her. And because you decided that you are so valuable, when you go to her, she will basically have no choice from your viewpoint. Although from her viewpoint, she will have 100% choice. But from your viewpoint, she has no way that she's not going to get your help. And she
Wow.
will get your help. But it has to be, I'm close. I am close that she needs me so much that she will be with me. And then that automatically, if this is true, if you are not lying, if this is true and she needs you, of course, from her viewpoint, she will have to have, he needs me so much that there's no way that he will not be with me. And all of a sudden, you have a relationship that is really healthy because it's a relationship that I help her and she helps me. And now we don't have an ownership kind of a relationship
Yeah.
because I love you, I own you, but I have a relationship with you because I love you, I want to help you. And because you love me, you want to help me. It's not an ownership, but a help, a help flow.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. And also, I know that you having this webinar. What it's gonna be already second or third one? What is coming or
Second.
coming second? Coming Sunday at 3 o'clock. Because I was on the first one. Even though I joined it, it called yoga. And let me be honest, me and yoga, we living in a separate universes. Like I tried yoga, I tried personal, like with a personal trainer. I tried group yoga, I tried Birkin yoga, I tried silent yoga, you name it. It's just not my thing. Actually, I fall asleep on one of the classes, so it's like it was very embarrassing. Anyway, so yoga it's not for me. But again, I see and I hear a lot about yoga. So, and I just was kind of, what am I missing? What is there something what could be beneficial for me and can make me as a better person? Because to do those poses, it's not my thing, but I understand that it is a depth there. Can you explain more about this, please?
Yeah. So instinctively, most people that hear about yoga know that it's good.
Yeah.
Because the idea went thousands and thousands of years and it penetrates all this time and people still instinctively know that it is good.
Yeah.
What's the problem with yoga? The problem with yoga is that it has been changed from the original. And today, yoga to a lot of people is just certain poses that basically is supposed to get you to control your body and so control your mind and say control your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's incorrect. Why? Because you don't control your spirit, because you are a spirit.
Wow.
You are a spirit. You don't have a spirit. You are a spirit.
Oh my
And
God.
you have a mind.
You have the body, but you are the spirit. That's why
Yeah.
yoga is doing poses to kind of control the body, but from, oh my God, now I understand, because for me it was shifting. I thought I need to do poses to be spiritual, but actually it's opposite. You first need to
Yeah.
be spiritual to kind of control your body and to do the poses.
Yes. So you are the spirit, and you have a body, and you have a mind, and doing poses, it's wonderful to do things with your body and control your body, and it's good. It's like you learn how to control a kite, or you learn how to control a motorcycle, and so on. It's good. But when you go to the spiritual side, when you actually look at what's the purpose of yoga spiritually, it was there to release you from the effect of the body and the physical universe and all the other entities that affecting you. And when you and basically there was a set of axioms or set of laws that called the Yoga Sutras that was supposed to give you the blueprint of if what are the laws that if you go according to them, you will become free. And when you look at those sutras, when you look at those uh, laws, you will see that no one understands them, not because everyone is stupid, but because what's written there has been subverted, has been changed and changed and changed. And it is basically a bunch of opinions that are really far from truth. And the question is, how do you find the truth? How do you find the truth about it? Who makes me or you or someone to say what is the truth? Because right now there is someone that said, this is what it means. And everyone said, well, if he says, then probably is. And I said, no, I cannot or I should not be able to tell you what is the truth. And you should not be able to tell me what's the truth. You need to find for yourself what it is. But how do you do that? That's exactly what I teach in those seminars. Basically, in the Lost Art of the Yoga Sutra, what I do something that I don't think ever been done before. I take people and I train them to remove lies, and then later on I give them a specific method to discover what was actually the intended truth with the Yoga Sutras. And once they discover it, they discover something amazing, that they all come to the same conclusion without me telling them what it is. So I'm not actually telling you what the Yoga Sutras are, but I'm making you so powerful that you can reinvent them.
Wow, that's amazing. So basically, on the webinar, even though it sounds yoga, it's not about physical body. It's not about poses. So it's actually about that true depth, what everybody needs to kind of find first to understand yoga and actually to become more spiritual. Is it right?
Yeah, basically it makes you cause over your life and over other lives. And when you are in that position, you will see that the body will do what you want it to do. So I was working with Ray. Ray's doing yoga for many years, and she found me because she realized that things do not work for her so well, and she needs to change the way that she teaches yoga. And she found me, and she realized that I can help her with that. And she was showing me some things, some physical things that she explained to me that this is like really complicated, and it takes years for people to learn how to do that. And I told her, look, if you're in a good spiritual condition, you'll be able to do it immediately. And you can talk to her, and she will tell you. And she's telling the stories that she showed me those things, and I've done them immediately without any prior training. It's not that I was training in yoga or something similar to yoga, and I managed to do those supposedly complicated things, because when you are in a good spiritual condition, you can tell the body to do something and the body will simply do it. You don't need 20 years to get to a position. You can do it because you're in a good spiritual condition, and so the body react. And it's really applied to anything. You don't need 20 years to get to train to start a business. If you're in a good spiritual condition, you will start a business and you will make it success despite the corona, without corona, with whatever. You will make it successful because you, in a good spiritual condition, control, design, bring about the physical universe. And in a bad spiritual condition, the physical universe control, design, and bring about what will happen with you.
Wow.
And that's the whole difference.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm actually very excited because I'm going to have interview with Ray. We're going to talk deeply about all this on Monday, coming Monday. So I'm very excited to invite the best yogi in the world, actually, because she really is. She has business around the world, yoga business. She has school. She's amazing. And she's also your student. So that's kind of that amazing. So I'm happy to discuss more. Anyway, this is amazing, Meir. Whatever you're teaching, and I love the way you speak in a way that it's so simple that everyone could understand. You know that, and everyone can understand. So that's if it's going to be a professor or just a person without any education, everyone can understand you. And actually, what do you think? How important education is? How did education help you in your success journey?
So most people that go to study, most people that get educated in formal education, are actually getting damaged by the education.
What? Damaged by education? Wow.
Yeah. And then they need to go to real life to learn or to unlearn the limitation that they got from the formal education. And you will see that you got to become a doctor and you study, but you actually study when you go and do the stage, when you actually go and practice being a doctor. You can learn how to become a hairdresser in a school, but you actually learn by going and doing, by being there, by doing it.
Screwing generally, couple haircuts, that's for sure.
So generally, education is a limiting factor. Why? Because the spirit knows. And when you sit in school and you learn, you're actually getting invalidated. Someone telling you covertly, look, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. So someone makes you wrong for a long time and you fight it. That's why most people didn't like school. From the age of 6 to the age of 18 or college, you didn't really like school. You knew that you had to do the school, but you didn't really like the school. Then at one day you decided that you want to learn. If you decided you want to learn, you will get in less time much more. And again, the limitation will be when someone will try to push on you an opinion. Mm-hmm. But if the learning will be in the form of what's real, it's what's real for you. What I tell you is not true. What's true is what's true for you. When that is the viewpoint of the teacher will actually get you to look and to decide, to discover the truth. Not to tell you the truth, but to discover the truth. Like someone discovered a planet. It was, as far as he concerned, was not there, and he found it. It's not someone told him about it. Yes, when Columbus discovered America, he found it. It was not there. So you discover the truth, and when you discover it, it becomes yours. And when it becomes yours, you are the master, you are the god over that truth. And otherwise, you are a slave of the teacher. And you will see that most people that learn from a teacher, they're always falling below the teacher because they cannot create on the truth that they got. So what they will go and they will say, well, Einstein said, and Johnny said, and this is said, and they're just saying what other people say. And really, they are parrots. The one that invents something, the one that creates new truth for other people to follow, is the people that uses their education to discover what is true. The actual definition of the word clever is the ability to recognize truth. When you can recognize truth and then so make it your own, you become a genius. And a genius is someone that creates new truth for other people to follow. So the purpose of education is to make geniuses. What does it mean? It means the purpose of education is to get you to a point where you can create new truth for other people to follow. And before you can do that, you are only a parrot. Only a parrot.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So when actually how to discover the truth, you're teaching on your yoga seminar. So guys, if you still was not sure if you need or don't need to attend, actually you must to attend.
Yeah, you must attend. And the only liabilities of my seminars is, so for example, the yoga class is free. It's totally free, but it's not easy. Why is it not easy? Because what I will ask you to do is to discover by your own. And you usually used to come to a seminar where someone tell you something and you accept it or not. Here, what I'm telling you is, look, I'm going to give you a tool to discover the truth. So what I will tell you is not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear in order to actually, basically how I describe what I'm doing. I'm shaking the furnitures in your head. And when I shake them enough, you start to move them, they're starting to move, and you make space for other furnitures. And some of the furnitures you throw and you create new furnitures. But I don't just get you to sit there and listen. My webinars are interactive. You're talking with me through the webinar. The whole webinar we communicate, and those people that do not communicate don't get anything. They complain maybe, they whatever, but they don't get anything. In order for you to get something, you need to be involved. You need to discover for yourself the truth. All I'm doing is I'm telling you, hey, there is a map. Can you see it? And you say, no, I don't see it. And I said, there is a map. Can you see it? And you say, no, I don't see it. And I tell you, have a look again and have a look again and have a look again. And all of a sudden you say, whoa, I'll be damned, there is a map. And once you will realize, whoa, there is a map, you will be like, wow. And all of a sudden, the next thing I will tell you, and you know what? You creating this map. There is no map. You creating the map. And once you realize that the map that you thought that is there is actually a map you creating, you can go to anywhere you want.
You're absolutely right, and that is so true, because from my personal experience, I know about you, I heard about you about maybe 2-3 years ago, and I tried to listen to your webinars or to your whatever you have free on YouTube. By the way, Meir has a wonderful YouTube channel, so you're welcome to check it out for those free stuff. And when I was listening, I was like, what he's talking about? It's making no sense. And it just, I was not ready. I was kind of here and there. I was checking you out, but it didn't work. And then over a sudden, like boom, and just, oh my God, it's making so much sense. And now I cannot get enough of you.
Yeah.
So, and question, you're very welcome. Thank you actually for teaching me and teaching other people. And I know that your personal coach session per hour costs a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
And you're doing this webinar for free. Why?
Why? Because I'm getting people to see that there's something there for them to learn. And once you will realize what it is there for you to learn, you will improve. And then the next level will be that I will sell you a more professional data, and that will be a course that will be 300 hours course that will be divided to 3 segments. And yes, you will pay for that, but you will not just pay because I'm asking you to pay, because you will want it, because you will understand that your future depends on how much you will discover. And to discover what you need to discover, you need me or someone like me that will guide you through that. And I currently don't know about anyone that actually can get you to recall data like I'm doing, or even have that viewpoint that this is the only way to teach.
That's true. Oh my God, Meir, I was so excited to chat with you. Thank you so much for being here with me
Thank
and to, giving such a valuable data for people. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Ma, and thank you everyone for listening, and thank you for the comments on the chat, and thank you for all the waves and the likes. And I will see you on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. South Africa time, 10 p.m. Israel time, in a webinar that will get you to discover. You'll do most of the work. I will just direct you. You will discover truths that will open your eyes, and you will see. It's free, as I said, but definitely not easy. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. 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 Let me end here and here. Thank you.